Hey, it's Christian with St. Augustine TV. St. Augustine is usually celebrated for its Spanish colonial past, but the city also holds some of the most important Gilded Age architecture in the United States. This video walks through how Henry Flagler, a pair of brilliant young architects, a master of decorative art, and even Thomas Edison reshaped the city into a showcase of late 19th century innovation.
The Gilded Age, roughly 1870 to 1900, was a time when America was transforming fast. Industrial wealth was exploding, new technologies were appearing almost every year, and wealthy patrons were eager to build big, impressive, often experimental structures. St. Augustine became one of the places where all of this energy took physical form. Henry Flagler, co-founder of Standard Oil, visited St. Augustine in the 1880s and saw potential not just for a hotel, but for an entire high-end resort city. Flagler funded a series of major buildings, ambitious in scale, materials, and style, that would completely reshape the look and feel of St. Augustine. But there was another key piece: access. Flagler didn't just create a destination, he built the means to reach it. His Florida East Coast Railway extended down the Atlantic coast, and St. Augustine became one of its earliest and most important stops. The railroad allowed wealthy northern travelers to reach the city quickly and comfortably, turning what had been a quiet small town into a starting point of Flagler's broader vision for Florida tourism. To bring his vision to life, Flagler hired the young architectural duo John Carrère and Thomas Hastings. They had trained in the Beaux Arts tradition, which emphasized strong planning, symmetry, and careful composition. Their first major project together, the Hotel Ponce de Leon, 1885 to 1887, became the foundation of their later success. This is the same partnership that eventually designed the New York City Public Library. The Ponce de Leon doesn't fit neatly into one category. It's mostly inspired by Spanish Renaissance and Mediterranean architecture, which makes sense in a city with colonial Spanish roots. But most notably, it includes Moorish elements, things like arch shapes, tile patterns, and decorative motifs that come from the Islamic-influenced architecture in Spain and North Africa. The result is a style that feels both historical and imaginative, perfectly suited for a resort meant to impress.
One thing that sets the Ponce apart is its construction. Instead of wood or brick, Carrère and Hastings used poured concrete mixed with shells. This was cutting-edge technology in the 1880s. Concrete made the building more fire-resistant, durable in Florida's climate, and allowed the smooth, solid walls that give the hotel its distinctive appearance.
Inside, the building becomes even more impressive. Henry Flagler brought in Comfort Tiffany, one of the most important American designers of the time, to create stained glass windows and decorative features. The Ponce contains one of the largest collections of Tiffany glass still in its original functional setting. To make all this work, Flagler needed more than style. He needed technology. Thomas Edison's company installed an on-site electrical system so the Ponce could operate with bright, reliable electric light, something most buildings didn't have in the 1880s. This made the hotel stand out as modern and unlike anything most visitors had experienced before. Flagler continued building. The Alcazar Hotel, also designed by Carrère and Hastings, extended the Mediterranean and Moorish themes and added recreational facilities, including what was then one of the largest indoor swimming pools. Together with other structures, these buildings turned St. Augustine into a coordinated architectural environment, an exhibit of Gilded Age ambition.
St. Augustine is one of the best places in the country to see how architecture, technology, and decorative arts came together during the Gilded Age. You can see early concrete construction, revival styles blended for dramatic effect, and cutting-edge electrical systems and coordinated interior designs all within a few blocks. It's a rare example of what happens when a powerful patron, talented architects, and new technologies align at exactly the right moment. For anyone interested in Gilded Age architecture, St. Augustine is a must. Here you can see bold experimentation, stylistic blending, and technological innovation preserved in real buildings that are still in use and shape the city today as a museum, city hall, and of course, Flagler College. For more St. Augustine history and local content, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment below.